The story picks up after Elle and Noah Flynn have spent an idyllic summer together at the Flynn Beach house. Noah has departed for Harvard University in Boston, leaving Elle to start her senior year of high school in Los Angeles. She tries to convince herself and everyone around her that she is okay with the long distance, giving Noah space and focusing on her own life. Elle is dedicated to maintaining her lifelong plan with her best friend Noah's younger brother Lee Flynn, attending the University of California, Berkeley, where their mothers had been best friends. Their main focus is applying to Berkeley, which they've dreamed of since childhood. Elle and Lee are working on their college applications and trying to revive the kissing booth as a fundraiser for the school's dance club. The long-distance relationship between Elle and Noah is immediately scrutinized by her peers, particularly the mean-spirited OMGs who speculate that the couple has broken up because they are no longer posting about each other on social media. This constant speculation worries Elle, contributing to her anxiety about the distance. Noah, concerned by Elle's lack of communication, calls her during school under the guise of being her father with an urgent matter. He confronts her about ignoring him. Elle admits she was deliberately giving him space, trying to be a mature girlfriend because she believed people always break up when they go to different places. Noah reassures her, saying he doesn't want space, he wants her to call and text him regularly. The dance club's proposal for the Kissing Booth fundraiser is approved, but the student council expresses concern about who will be the headliner, as Noah's popularity was the main draw the previous year. To maintain excitement, Lee vaguely promises that an anticipated kisser will be there. However, they realize they have no one lined up. During a video call, Noah suggests that Elle apply to schools in Boston as a backup in case she doesn't get into Berkeley. This idea excites Elle, as it would mean being closer to Noah, but she immediately dismisses the idea of applying to Harvard because she doesn't think she can get in. Noah clarifies he meant other schools in the area, offering her a way to be near him if her Berkeley plan fails. Elle considers this but worries about telling Lee, as their pact is to go to Berkeley together. She decides to keep the applications to Boston schools a secret from him. Elle visits a guidance counselor who critiques her college essay, saying it's boring, and tells her she needs to wow the admissions committee. Meanwhile, a new student named Marco Pina transfers to the school. He is described by everyone, especially the OMGs, as incredibly handsome and immediately a source of attraction. Marco is a talented musician who is seen playing guitar. Elle encounters him when he overhears her classmates mocking her over the intercom for calling Noah the Get It Girl during a prank, leading to an awkward, slightly flirtatious exchange between them. Elle learns that she was nominated for Homecoming King by Lee as a joke. Soon after, Noah surprises her by sending a plane ticket to Boston for a visit along with a Harvard hoodie. He encourages her to come for her college interviews, which she has secretly scheduled for Boston University, Tufts, and Boston College in addition to Harvard. When Elle arrives in Boston, Noah introduces her to his new circle of friends, including a beautiful, confident, and worldly Harvard girl named Chloe Winthrop. Elle is intimidated by Chloe, who seems to have a close, easy rapport with Noah. Feeling insecure, Elle looks up Chloe on social media and sees photos of her traveling the world and hanging out with Noah, further fueling her doubts. Back at home, Elle speaks with her father about college tuition. She learns that with her younger brother Brad's school expenses, they will likely only be able to afford a state school like Berkeley unless she receives significant financial aid for a private university. This financial reality makes the prospect of attending an expensive private school in Boston much less likely, adding stress to her college decision. The school holds a senior field day, and Marco and Elle are chosen as team captains for the various athletic events. Marco chooses Tuppen, the muscular jock, over Miles, a surprising move that highlights his strategic thinking. Elle falls for a distraction during the initial race and is outpaced by Marco's team, leaving her frustrated but also intrigued by the handsome newcomer. Elle continues to struggle with the secrecy of her Boston applications, the financial constraints on her college choice, and her growing unsettling realization that Marco could potentially be a strong rival to Noah for her affection and the Kissing Booth's success. The field day competition concludes with Elle losing the tug of war to Marco, who extends a hand that she proudly refuses. Later, after an awkward moment of Lee and Elle prioritizing their rules over spending time with Rachel, Elle sees Marco giving an impressive, charismatic performance of a song he wrote at a crowded pier. Elle and Lee approach him to recruit him for the Kissing Booth. Marco initially refuses but agrees to do it if Elle and Lee can beat him at Dance Dance Mania, DDM. Elle accepts, driven by the desire to win the cash prize from the DDM competition to help with her college expenses. She and Lee train intensely for the DDM competition, hoping to win money for their respective futures. Elle visits Noah in Boston and they share a romantic reunion, but the trip quickly becomes unsettling for Elle. She meets his friends, who are smart, intense, and sophisticated, making her feel out of place. Most significantly, she meets Chloe Winthrop, a beautiful and confident Harvard student who seems extremely close to Noah. Elle overhears an exchange where Chloe jokingly suggests Noah does whatever she tells him to. Elle confronts Noah about a suspicious earring she found in his room. Noah denies any infidelity, claiming the earring belongs to someone else and was likely left there before he moved in. Elle decides to take a leap of faith and tells him she believes him, as she knows their relationship depends on her trust. Meanwhile, back home, Lee and Rachel's relationship is strained due to Lee constantly prioritizing Elle and their shared activities. Rachel gives Lee an ultimatum: he needs to make her feel like a priority. Lee makes a public display of affection by taking over the school intercom to apologize and confess his love for Rachel, which wins her back. However, when Rachel and Lee talk, she asks him if he talked to Elle about giving them space, and he lies, saying he took care of everything and that Elle would be giving them plenty of space. After returning from Boston, Elle's DDM training with Lee is interrupted when Lee sprains his ankle during a lift. Realizing their moonshot for the DDM prize is over, Elle is visibly upset. Lee suggests that Marco take his place as Elle's dance partner, pointing out that Marco is a superior dancer and that Elle could actually win with him securing the needed prize money. Elle is reluctant, but Lee's insistence and her financial need persuade her. Marco is convinced by Lee to join the DDM team, with Lee lying to Marco that Elle really wants him to be her partner. Elle and Marco begin practicing for the tournament. They immediately clash over the routine, with Marco advocating for flashier choreography and Elle insisting on perfecting the technical steps. Their practice is intense and Elle is distracted by her mounting insecurities about Noah after a friend tells her about the supermodel Noah is reportedly dating. Her worries intensify when she calls Noah and his roommate answers, saying Noah went to a concert with Chloe, which Noah had failed to mention to Elle. Marco notices Elle's distress during practice and calls a timeout. He encourages her to relax and stop overthinking, reminding her that the point of dancing should be to have fun like it was for her and Lee. Their conversation deepens as Elle confides in Marco about her relationship struggles with Noah, her college confusion, and the moonshot pressure of the DDM prize. Marco gives her heartfelt advice, saying that love shouldn't be about holding on too tightly but about being a steady, non-slipping presence for the person you love. This moment of emotional connection shifts their partnership and Elle begins to enjoy practicing with Marco. A moment of self-discovery for another character when Elle encourages her friend Ollie not to be afraid of what others think about him, liking a dork like Miles, suggesting that he shouldn't let others' opinions stop him from pursuing happiness. This parallels Elle's own situation where she is caught between her plans with Lee and her changing feelings for Noah. At the school's Halloween dance, Lee and Elle arrive in mismatched costumes as Lee completely forgot to tell Elle about a change he and Rachel had made, further upsetting Rachel. Marco is performing in the band and asks Elle to dance. She agrees and the two share a meaningful close dance that is interrupted by a concerned friend reminding Marco that Elle has a boyfriend. Rachel confronts Elle, accusing her of constantly monopolizing Lee's time and ruining her relationship, revealing she feels Elle intentionally cock-blocked her. Rachel storms off and Lee confesses to Elle that he lied to Rachel, pretending he had asked Elle to give them space. He admits he was lonely after Noah left and was afraid to lose Elle. Elle realizes she needs to fix things with Rachel, who is now refusing to speak to Lee. Elle finds Rachel and sincerely apologizes, accepting responsibility for her overbearing presence. She explains that her loneliness drove her actions and promises to back off. Rachel is forgiving but emphasizes that rule number 9, always go to the same school as your bestie, made her feel like Lee couldn't choose their relationship over Elle. The following day is the DDM tournament. Marco and Elle's intense performance wins them the competition and the cash prize. However, outside the event, Marco confronts Elle, saying they can't ignore the something real between them, referencing their growing bond and the chemistry during their dance. Elle admits to having feelings for him, confessing that when they kissed there was a spark. She then tells Marco that he is not the one she is lying to herself about, confirming her true feelings lie with Noah. She leaves to find Noah and set things straight. On Thanksgiving, Elle's plan to talk to Noah and Lee is complicated by the presence of Chloe, whom Noah brought home. Over dinner, Lee reveals Elle's secret Boston applications to Noah, while simultaneously Noah and Chloe reveal they are still leaving on a plane together the next day. The tension culminates in Rachel revealing that Lee had lied to her about asking Elle for space, and Lee admits the lie, causing Rachel to leave, convinced the love triangle is too much. Elle uses the moment to announce that she found the earring under Noah's bed, suggesting he cheated before walking out. Elle finds Noah at the kissing booth, where they finally have their emotional confrontation. Noah admits he was lonely and that he sought out Chloe's friendship because she understood his life at Harvard, but he promises nothing happened between them. He explains he withheld information to avoid making her jealous and that he was worried about her leaving him for Marco. He confesses that he was actually struggling in college and sought solace in Chloe's company. Elle admits her own jealousy and her use of the earring as a dramatic way to end the relationship because she was scared of the long distance. Noah asks if she loves Marco. She tearfully affirms, "It's you, Noah. It's always been you." They reconcile with a kiss. Elle struggles with a long-distance relationship with Noah in Boston, feeling insecure about his friendship with Chloe and her own college choices between Berkeley, with Lee, and Harvard, with Noah. Lee and Elle's DDM training for prize money is interrupted by Lee's ankle injury, leading Elle to recruit Marco as her new dance partner. Elle and Marco develop a deep connection during practice, culminating in a kiss after winning the DDM competition. A dramatic Thanksgiving dinner exposes Lee's lie to Rachel and Elle's unfounded jealousy over the earring, which Chloe later clarifies. Elle apologizes to Marco and reconciles with Noah, affirming her love for him. She resolves to choose her future based on who she wants to be, leaving her final college decision uncertain. If you enjoy watching this video, then subscribe to Angel Recaps for the latest movies explanation.